And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Patriots and the Bears, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude, and I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now, but maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's Pollard again. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Pollard again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tony Pollard taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Zap copy, and the Patriots come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Again, it's Stevenson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on their opening drive of this Super Bowl. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era that we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And throw right side complete to Parker. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1 quarter done and 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 7-0 is our score. First and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Well, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Chicago! Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Bears continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. the line, ready to go. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On 2nd and 9, Zappi. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Zappi on 3rd down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Zappi's throw there complete to Myers. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Zappi's throw into the hands of Henry here. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Zappi to throw on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 75 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Zappe throwing forward on fourth. Touchdown, Patriots! Ramondre Stevenson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots are on the board here in this Super Bowl. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Forced out to his left. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Zappe and the Patriots come up here, 1st and 10, at their own 25-yard line. It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 29, Zappe got his man complete over the middle. That's Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. He'll go underneath here to Stevenson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now Zappe. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. From the gun, it's Stevenson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Zappi. Checking this down to Stevenson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Stevenson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run with Stevenson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Zappi looks to throw it. Open man, the tight end Henry. Touchdown! Hunter Henry. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 123 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead. And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. He'll get this up to about the 44. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch? Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack. Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they? Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. From the 41, Howell caught left side, Hopkins. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago. I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll run forward with Pollard. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tony Pollard with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Looking to throw, Zappi. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Yes. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
From the 38, Zappi. And he'll just get rid of it.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Now a handoff. Stevenson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2. Zappi's going to throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 154 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. First down, Howell. It's complete to Hopkins. Room here to run. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run left with Pollard. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there. He's got a Bears touchdown. Tony Pollard with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building on their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Zappi. It's Myers again with another catch. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
working with a 2nd and 3. Zappy to throw. Complete. It's Henry. That one a first down pickup of 8. Zappy. That's caught by Myers. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's back to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. There he goes, right side. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Bears. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, all right, partner, take a deep breath. The biggest of biggest stages in sport, the Super Bowl, and here we go with the first drive of overtime.
I'm not going to just take a deep breath. I'm going to get a little oxygen as well, because this is the biggest thing in sports if you're a football player. Now, the bottom line for these guys is continue to find a way to execute your assignment, but that opportunity presents itself for something a little extra, maybe a gamble here or there. You've got to know when it presents, take it, and maybe it'll tip the balance for your team. He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any defensive movement to the west.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They run once more with Stevenson.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. The big 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. The playbook is wide open for an offense partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. On third down, here's Stevenson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now a first throw here in overtime. He completes it to Henry. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
4th down, here's Zampi. Oh, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40. And the Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history. They are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and